Yo!
Hey!
We are on. Good morning, good evening, good ever time you happen to be watching us currently. Hello, people of the internet. It's a little time for some minor swag TV. Dude,
Yes.
This has been a wild week. So, it's like we do this every week. This has been a wild week. It's been a wild week. We got so many things going on. You've got an announcement going on. Last Sunday, I was freaking out. Remember, last week I came in, I was sweating buckets because I found comics in the wild.
Yes, yeah.
My haul of the week is just the comics that I pulled out of that garage because literally every free moment I've had, I've just been like cutting the comics out of the box. It's just, it's terrible. So terrible.
And just to let you guys know, Terry now has so many Conans, he's going to open his own Terry's Conan shop.
Yeah, it's all Conans all the time.
Right.
And some Red Sonjas to boot. Red Sonjas and Conans all the time. Where is everyone?
And when
tonight?
I looked at it, I said, Crom.
So we'll be
great.
So if you're you gotta be that's some deep cuts. So
Crom.
I love it.
We're
gonna keep doing that. Okay.
Okay.
All right. So how about you want me to start out? Because let me show you.
Yeah.
Let me show you all this real quick. I don't even know. Let me take my headphones off. I don't need the headphones on right now. Look at this. This is the haul of the week, box number 1, and inside of here is like just all kinds of goodness here. There's no George to make fun of me today. I'm really excited about that.
Yeah.
So like
George.
No, he's not on here right now, so we're safe.
Okay.
So look at this. So what happened was I bought all these, or I didn't buy it. I was given all this box of comic books that was in their garage. This right here, this stack right here is all the same comic book.
That's Eternals number 1?
4.
Oh.
One's in the pile.
That's one right
Oh,
there.
wait, that's one. Okay, there's
See?
number 1.
Yeah.
So I got a number 1.
And a 2.
And a 2. Oh, I was just kidding.
Yeah.
No,
There's
okay.
4.
All the rest of these, don't let those fall. Okay, all the rest of these is Eternals number 4 right there. Inhumans, I got the Inhumans 1 through 10 inside of here. I mean, look at this, man. I mean, just like,
Wow.
just happy goodness, man. Happy joy.
Terry, can I have an Eternals number 4?
You know what? I get to give you one. I am so excited to hand you a book. I always get books on this stream. You're always giving me books on the stream, and today I get to give you a book on the stream.
Yes.
I am excited about it. So it's just, this box is pretty much all Marvel stuff. I found Strange Tales, Brother Voodoo 169, the first appearance. It was like a, I'm going to call it, it was water damage. So it was like a 2. It was like a 2. So anyways, yeah, go through the box, man. All my doubles. You can have any of these doubles, bro. But it's just like, it's all this goodness inside of here. Nova number 4, 5 through 6, a bunch of Tarzans, just happy goodness all the way.
Come down out of there,
and
Tarzan.
then I got another box the same size, and it's all the DC stuff. So it's like Weird Worlds and all that stuff.
Yeah, no, those are cool.
So
there's a niche there for people that like those things, the Weird Worlds. That George might like that because he likes. Isn't George a Weird War guy?
I have no idea.
I think it's what he said. George, comment if you're out there.
Let us know if you're on today. Okay,
yeah.
Let me ask you a question. Because I feel like this came from your generation. Okay,
it's before I was born.
This came from your generation.
It was released when it's 72 or something.
Okay,
yeah.
So fair to say this came from.
Yeah.
Okay, here's my question. Okay, because I have so many questions. First of all, did you ride to 7-Eleven to get this book?
I don't remember this
Okay.
book. Yeah.
In what world are we sending children? I thought, now just follow me in this. I thought children slaves or children soldiers was a bad thing, right? Am I wrong on this?
This was, they reprinted it in the early 70s, but this was originally done in the 40s. You know that, right?
Okay. Yeah. So this is the
Simon
reprint.
and Kirby. It's Simon Kirby. This is World War II stuff.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, and I've got the reprint of number 2 also on that.
I guess we call them Uncle Sam Youth.
Yeah, there we go. Got some, yeah. It's those kind of jokes is why we're not allowed on the mainstream. All right, a little freedom fighter action. How about some Tigra? I don't even understand the title of this. She's a tiger by night, but that makes her a werewoman.
She's a werewoman.
I thought you had to become a wolf to be a werewoman. I don't know. Okay.
Yeah.
The she-devil with the sword, Red Sonja #1. There's like 4. I have 4 copies of this. I gave you a copy, gave Sal a copy, still have 4 copies.
Yeah.
Supergirl #1. Man, this book is so bad. I brought this into Mike to look at it. Mike's like, I would throw this in the dollar bin, even being Supergirl #1. He's like, it's just too banged up.
Yeah.
So I'm giving that one to Ayla. Knight Rider 1, #1. All right. And then here's what happened. So I bought some books off of Goodwill again. And I was all excited because, we were flipping comics online. I thought I was going to end up with some Spider-Gwens, and what there are the trade backs. So I've got 3 Spider-Gwen, the trade paperback, which don't flip. But Ayla's all excited. My daughter's all excited because she gets to read them. And then this is a 90s thing right here. This is me growing up. This is if I see I was a fat kid, so I didn't ride to the 7-Eleven. I didn't ride to 7-Eleven like you did. I was a fat kid. And if I did go to 7-Eleven, it was to get a slushie. So this is something I would have got kind of at a flea market. But dude, I love this. I know it's lame. So all right, what's your haul of the week?
Is that all you got?
I mean,
all you got?
I've got boxes and boxes. Oh,
okay,
how about this? I've got this.
Okay.
Woo!
Yeah,
we'll talk about it later.
Yeah. Okay.
Woo!
All right.
Hey, by the way, while you're getting yours out, hey, you guys need to hop on to Anthony Figueroa's Indiegogo link real quick. He's got 2 weeks left. He'll be on next week with us. Let's share the screen real quick. Share screen while you're getting ready. And nope, just kidding. Hold on. Just kidding. I got to pop it out first. There we go. Let's try that again. So hop on Indiegogo. Make sure you're backing our boy, the Crawl Daddy, Anthony Figueroa. We love you. We're going to be hanging out with him soon. Next week we'll be hanging out with him, and I think we're going to hop on something with him here pretty soon. Why am I having problems getting this to there it is. Okay. All right. So make sure you hop on here. 2 weeks left in this. So get on, back it. And it'll be awesome. So
say hi if you're on, Anthony.
Yeah. In fact, what's going on with my comments right now? Why don't I have no comments?
I don't see any comments.
Why has I got no comments? Okay. Anyways, it might be on our end. All right.
Oh boy.
Okay. Show us your haul.
Yeah.
Show us your haul.
If you guys are commenting, we're not ignoring you because we see nothing.
We're out in the woods in the middle of nowhere. And so the cell phone signal we have, the internet signal, it's just garbage. Okay. All right, brother. Show me what you got.
All right.
Make me feel bad about myself.
The Gamma Base Comics, they have their auction, and this was like 3 weeks ago, I guess. I decided to jump in, and they had some pretty good deals, and the guys they have this excellent intro, highly produced, with the music and the graphics and the video clips and all. It's great. And the guys have these very professional, almost like comic voices, or for cartoon voices.
Yeah,
that kind of thing.
It's like, because we were watching the other day, it's like watching 1960s radio done live is what it feels like.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah, it's cool. So the first thing I think is pretty cool, I shared and I got a free Star Wars High Republic book.
Oh, nice.
And they put a little sticky note on there, share.
Yeah.
Which is very cool.
Sharing means caring.
I really appreciate it. Yeah.
Free comics are always fun.
And I think I put a couple of the books I got away already, but, stuck them in my comics coffin. Here's a great little, got some metal going on there.
Yeah.
What if Hulk had killed Wolverine?
90s goodness.
Yeah. So, and that was a really good deal.
I'm confused. How would even the Hulk do this? But okay.
That's right.
And some Berserker
metallic foil cover. Somebody's trying to call me, and I am not going to answer that.
We're doing a show, people.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah. So that's awesome, bro. Have you seen the Beard Zerker? I'm backing Beard Zerker. Also, it's Beard Zerker. It's making fun of this. It's hilarious. The artwork on it is pretty epic.
Okay. Shirtless bear fighter or whatever.
Shirtless bear fighter.
Something like, yeah. You haven't seen that?
Do you poo?
No. It's like this big burly guy with the long hair and the big beard and all this, and he fights bears. Oh,
we'll have to find it.
I'll bring it sometime. I got it. Yeah.
No, Beard Zerker's on. I think it's an Indiegogo right now.
Okay.
All right.
All right.
What else did you get?
All right. These are three of the same
Hold on. Where did this come from?
What is it?
Where did this comic come from?
Oh, that's what I was going to say. This came from Krusty Bunkers.
Krusty Bunkers, the crustiest of bunkers.
It's a buy-in.
The crust stops here.
That's right. They have that game where you can win a remark.
Yeah.
And normally it's Neil's stuff.
Yeah.
This is Bogdanov. Okay.
Which is fun to say.
Yeah.
I thought that was a dessert.
Yep.
Bogdanov?
Is it John? Yeah. John Bogdanov. Anyway, I had to buy 4 to win this. This was like 3 weeks ago, right? So I've got the books. 3, they're all signed. The buy-in was $60 or whatever it was, right? And so you can see the signature on the hammer there, the mallet.
Yeah.
So all of them had a signature, but because I got 4 of them, I actually won the one that got a remark. And he put the remark kind of like right in there next to the head. He put another head right there, drawn right on the cover. And so that is off to CGC for signature series goodness, all those things. So I only had to buy 3 of them. So Terry gets 1, Sal gets 1.
Yeah,
and,
free comics.
I'm going to probably sell one just so if you guys are interested in that. Because this signing thing is something that Nick at Krusty Bunkers works out with John directly.
Okay.
He just does it.
Okay,
with them,
yeah.
Right? So,
Nice.
so there's that. Here's some great Peach Momoko, Blade Runner City. This
Yeah.
was from Elite Comics, I believe.
Way to go, Elite.
I don't know that this was, I don't think it was Krusty. And then here's another one that's whatever it is. It's Peach Momoko, Blade Runner.
Goodness.
I don't know what they call it.
Yeah.
Sketch cover, I guess. Right?
Yeah.
So there's more Blade Runner here. This is a really cool cover. I like the art on this, and I like the little Blade Runner car. It's pretty cool.
Yeah. That's so dope.
That's just good art.
We just bought you and I just funded a campaign last night that kind of had that vibe to it too. That Star Circuit.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Anyways,
Yeah.
good.
Yeah. And so let's see. I didn't have one of these. This is a common thing that they put in the $200 boxes. Okay. On Krusty, they offer a $200 box as well as the $400 box, which is the only box available on Neil's auctions. Okay. And sometimes you'll get a continuity studio portfolio in Neil's $400 boxes. But every time you buy a $200 one, the box is filled, plus they send this to you also. So it's the portfolio, and it's really cool. It's just got all kinds of, every kind of art you might imagine for, ad work and whatever. And it's on this kind of a spiral.
Dude, that's beautiful.
Binding
yeah.
thing.
Cool,
and
man.
it's great. So
cool.
I finally got one of these because I bought a $200 box, the first one I ever bought.
Yeah.
And I got an excellent CGC. Did we show that last week, or did I just put it away?
I can't remember. I got
an excellent.
I was excited
9.8.
about my box of mud daubers and spiders.
Yeah, I think we were focused on that.
Yeah.
More so than the other things.
Because we found comics in the wild.
Yeah. And here's a Gwenpool that we're going to give to
Ayla.
Cuthbertson.
Ayla's collecting some Gwenpool.
Yeah. Here, just set it over there so I forget. Now, okay, I'm not going to say who I got this from at this moment. It's somebody that I had not dealt with before.
If James is buying from your auction, you better check and make sure, because just be honest, man. Is that fair to say? Okay, go ahead.
Yeah,
we're not bagging on anyone, but
just be upfront with everything.
Be a little more upfront. Yeah.
So he had this rack behind him, the black wire mesh wall, and he said, the whole wall is $50, and there were all these books. Hey, Amanda. And anyway, they had all kinds of miscellaneous items, including this Breaking Bad metal sign. Wow. And so there was all these things listed, and I think, somewhere around $80 to $100 worth of stuff individually priced. And he said, the whole wall for $50. And I saw these Conans, and so I was like, I'll get it just for that.
Yeah.
And get all the other things that go with it, because there were other books, of course. So this Conan is in pretty good shape.
Yeah.
All right. And I have not actually priced it, but these are good.
Wait, let's show some on this too, because I don't think enough people understand this. It's just on size difference. Here's a normal book.
Yeah, it's the magazine.
It's a magazine.
Magazine size.
Okay,
Conan.
so just so you understand.
Yeah.
Also,
it's the Conan magazine. The
Come
Devourers plus.
Come on, look at the art on that.
Yeah.
I love that.
And all these Conan magazines had these.
This looks like it should be on the cover of some Molly Hatchet.
Yeah, it's like Frazetta style art.
Yeah. Put some Molly Hatchet on and read your Conan magazines.
Right. So I got this, and I was happy with this book. And then.
It can't get any worse.
Can't hurt this.
This one can't get any worse.
Then I got this one, and from a distance, it looked pretty good on the wall. It was way behind the guy. So I'm like, okay, 2 of those Conans, and I'm paying $50. these things in good shape, they're worth 20, 30 bucks, right? So I was like, yay, good. Well, I get it in, and I don't know if you can see it.
Yeah, you can see it. See all the white on the spine?
See how the spine is all
no bueno
and whatever. Yeah, it's like trashed right there.
Yeah.
And so I wasn't very happy about that.
Yeah.
That's why I'm not going to tell you who I got it from, right?
Yeah, but you know who you are. You know who you are, and we sent you a message. And listen, in the future, just be upfront, man. Because half the time, I'll deal with a comic that's a little spicy,
as long as you know.
A little chunky.
Yeah. As long as you know.
Yeah.
Right.
All right.
So
go
anyway,
for it. Tell us what's going on with the Bobcat. We got it in.
Okay, this is part of my haul because it came in this week, and the book itself is beautiful. We have a hitch, and all of you that have followed the campaigns both on Indiegogo and Kickstarter probably got the updates and saw. I put a little video on there. Same thing here. Beautiful. The cover came out great. Look, the binding. Show them the edge of the binding where it says the Bobcat on there. I don't know if they can see that.
I love that.
See that? Look at that.
That'd go nicely on the bookshelf.
Yeah. And then you got the art on the back is great. Look at that. That's actually a tree from our place in Arcadia.
Wow. There you go. So if you track down this exact bark signature, you would know where James lives and be able to stalk him.
That's right. And
just like he stalks Neil Adams.
Exactly. So this is these books right here, they're 68 pages because they're two covers. You can show them that too because you got that one open. The regular book is 64 pages, but they added 4 pages because they doubled the cover. It's not the heavy cover stock twice. It's the heavy cover stock, and then the cover was printed again on the interior of the book on the 70-pound.
So did it mess up the order of the rest of the book?
No, it didn't mess up. No, because it came out. It was evenly.
See, to me, I don't think that's that big of a deal.
Yeah,
but the back's
they're
on
reprinting.
Here?
They're reprinting.
But that's
and some people. Okay, anybody that's on the campaign, and I put this on the update. If you like the idea of the double cover and you want that for your book, we got them here right now, and they're gorgeous. And of course, you're getting 4 extra pages for
there you go
that other people don't have.
There you go.
Okay, so there it is. This was the big thing for the week. It was one of those where I'm like, they get it, they're in my hands. I'm like, oh, after a year and a half, oh, this book is beautiful. It's then I open it up, had a
there was some heartbreak.
Had a quick little meltdown there.
Yeah,
but I've gotten with the people, and hopefully they're going to get the other ones printed sometime this next week.
Yeah,
the ones without the extra covers. And again, I'll start sending out immediately books that are not signed. People that bought those, if you want this double cover book, because they're in my hands, I'll just go. One person from Texas, Brian.
Thanks, Amanda.
Brian said he wanted the double cover, and of course, you guys know what the homage is. It's the Killing Joke. And the instrument that Dr. Shock has in his hand is called a rangefinder.
Yeah. You know what I love about this?
Steampunk City, 1898, guys.
This is Brian Silverback's cover.
Brian Silverback's.
But man, Jim's art is really good too. I mean, this is solid art, guys. This is what I love about this. Not only are you going to get a great story with this, because you get the history, you get the steampunk, you get the Western,
It's got everything.
The artwork is beautiful in this thing.
Yeah.
Dude, the showdown on this at the end, way to go, bro.
Cliffhanger, don't show him.
I won't show him. But it's the cliffhanger on this is so fun. George
is going to get on my case when he sees the end of this book. He's going to go, dude, why do you leave me hanging like this?
So here's what we need to do. We need to fund him at even higher now so that he can just get this done.
Yeah. So here's what I'm saying for the moment. This is my plan. I am not going to have another campaign for issue 6 until it's done. Okay, that's my plan. Because we had all this problem.
Yeah.
I know it was COVID, and I can blame it on COVID, but I'd done 6 other campaigns prior to this and never had anything like this. I might have been a month behind because something or whatever. This was months.
Yeah.
And so I was more stressed out about it than the people waiting on the books. I'm telling you, that's how I am. So the rest of this year, I'm going to spend getting issue 6 together. It will not be 64 pages. It's going to be a shorter volume. I don't know the number of pages yet, but I'm thinking less than 40,
I like
something like that. And it's going to be nonstop action because when you get to the end of issue 5, you're going to see the battle begins. So the entire thing is battle sequences and things as they transpire because all the story building is done and we're there. So it's just going to be nonstop. And that, of course, issue 6 will be the 3rd chapter of volume 2, the trade paperback that is the entire Dr. Shock story arc, issues 4, 5, and 6. So anyway, look for a campaign maybe towards the end of the year, and I'll be talking in the meantime, of course. But if the book isn't near complete by the end of the year, I won't launch a campaign until February, March or something, of 22. We'll just see. Because I just don't want people to wait again.
That's
I want to be able to tell them.
Although what you're basically saying is you're leaving with a cliffhanger, and regardless of what they do, there's nothing they're going to be able to do to get this any sooner.
If you guys want to start a GoFundMe and get about 20 grand from the GoFundMe.
Listen, I've got the idea. I figured this out. I know what to do for y'all. If y'all would listen to me, listen, you need to hire me as your business consultant. Let's look, Indiegogo, that's great. Y'all make your money on Indiegogo. I've got the next big thing. I'll tell you off screen, and all I want is a little bitty cut. Okay, I've got the next big idea to get some money going on here. Okay, and it doesn't involve selling your extra kidneys.
Okay,
because I hear you only get one extra.
That's
and
right.
Then you're in trouble.
All right, one is all you can spare. Yeah.
All right, man. Well, let's go ahead and bring Patrick on. What do you say?
Yeah, absolutely. Okay.
So you want to do the welcome on this?
Well, Patrick Parnell.
I
think did we meet? Okay, he's not on there, so I can't ask him a question yet.
You'll ask him in a minute.
This guy has amazing art. He is the artist on Time Grunts. Sorry, I just drew a blank.
Yeah, we were
Time Grunts
the other night,
and with Evan Posios, and he's got Ultra Star, I believe, that we're going to talk about.
Yeah, we'll be talking about
Ultra
Star.
Johnny Phantasm, which we've been talking about. We continue to. It's amazing stuff, and I love the whole concept.
Good.
And you talk about having all of the accoutrements and the accessories that go with your stuff. Here, Terry's going to show you some things from our haul. Johnny Phantasm, the Garbage Pail Kids thing.
This is the stuff cards. I had to hide in my house, man. I wasn't allowed to have this stuff.
Yeah.
So I'm grown. I can have it now.
That's right. And these poker chips are like what you get at the Cherokee Hard Rock in Catoosa, Oklahoma. I'm talking. That's the good stuff, man.
That's awesome, man.
Yeah.
So anyway,
and there's more. Bro. They got figures. We're going to talk about all that.
We funded the figures. I've got the glow in the dark one coming in, and I think I just did the glow in the dark one. All right. So with no further ado,
that's right.
Let's give it. Sal's willing to sell his kidney. Okay, there you go.
Sal, you're cheating because you told me you were born with 3 kidneys.
Yeah. He's a freak of nature, but we love him. All right, brother. Welcome to the stream.
Patrick.
What's up, guys? How are you doing?
Good, brother. Good. Hold on. He's got to throw his earpiece in.
Yeah.
We've had to ghetto rig some stuff. Hillbilly rig. It involves a lot of baling wire and some duct tape
and banjos
and banjos and toothless cousins. But we are here and ready to go, man.
And whatever it takes to get the job done.
Yeah. Right. People were complaining about the echo. They're so finicky about the sound. So we had to we can only afford one earpiece a piece. So
the production please.
So we can't go too far away from it. No, I'm just kidding. We have a dual system here. So dude, way to go on Johnny Phantasm. The release seemed like it went well, and the book's great, man.
Oh, thanks a lot. Thank you so much.
We're digging it, and yeah, man. George has already given the review, so there's nothing more that can be said about it. So but I like the paper you're using. I know that's a silly thing to say, but this is how I want a comic book to be.
That's that Alterna Peter Samedi paper, right? Through them.
Right? Well, no, actually, the first run that we did, the Johnny Phantasm 1997, that was with the Peter stuff.
Okay, gotcha.
This was supposed to, but we had some time like conflictions as far as when we needed the book and when he was doing another print run. So I actually went local. I actually went to a place that's only about 45 minutes from me. Nice. And I think I'm gonna be going back there because I think these came out pretty good.
No, they did. They turned out great.
They're awesome. Love them.
Well, I'm stoked that people are into it.
Yeah, and the story's cool, man. It's a really fun story, and I love all the. What you get to do with it is you get to kind of be you get to throw in all that gratuitous pop culture stuff without like overplaying it. So it's fun, man. It's like throwing in the whole 80s bit, but getting to play off it and not it's the gimmick, but it's not the whole story. So it made it really cool, man. It was a lot of fun.
Awesome.
We were digging it. So
hey, I got a question. Who did the video work on that, on the, for the campaign, et cetera, the promo?
So I did the animated part of him driving in the car.
Yeah.
And then
That's awesome.
one of my ex-students did the city scene that was going by, that was like the 3D city scene.
Yeah.
And then Ascension Cinema put together the whole thing and made it like one big piece. So it was actually just a collaboration of like 30 different people. But yeah, that was a fun thing to do. I like to do more like that. I was trying to do something special for Ultrastar, but I just ran out of time as things happen. You plan to do so much, and then you kind of have to go with plan B. I always have a plan B.
Right.
So I like to do eventually some animated shorts once we kind of get some of these comics out of the way.
Yeah,
man, I think Johnny Phantasm needs to be in the mainstream, by the way, too. I'm hoping. I mean, I didn't check this, and I should have before we got on here. I normally do. Did you go in demand on any of this so that others can get a hold of this, or if they didn't pick up, are they not going to be able to get a hold of these stories?
Well, we went into in demand for 1 month.
Okay.
And then,
so
if
they don't have a story, they don't get the story.
That's right. And then what we did after that was we did the action figure campaign, and you were also able to get a different cover of 85 in that one. Yeah. So if you missed it, you're able to get that. And then now, if you want to get 85, you're gonna have to wait until we do 93. Then once we do 93, then you can pick up 85 again. So, like every campaign that we open up, that's when like the store is open for business.
I love that. Yeah,
that's great.
We went ahead and picked up.
Make them hungry.
Yeah, we've got the glow in the dark action figure headed in as soon as you got it sent out, man. We're excited. So,
there it is. We're going to have a special segment just for that, just to let you know when we get in here. It's going to be lights out in here. We're going to have this dancing little figure.
We're going to hit it.
I mean, it's pretty surreal. Like I actually got so these are the actual toys. Like these aren't prototypes. Like these are off the machines.
Nice.
I actually got the figures early. I wasn't expecting to get them until another month and a half from now. And then I came home one day and they were on my fucking doorstep. Oh, sorry about that, guys.
All right, there goes the swear jar.
Swear jar. Clink.
Yeah, sorry.
No, it's fine.
But yeah, I'm excited because these are here now, and we have another comic book that goes with this toy. It does come with the 1985, but also Scarlet Heart 1989 comes with it too.
Yeah,
so that's another important piece of the puzzle. Once we get through, I'm wrapping that up right now. We're gonna get that off to the printers. That should take about a week, and then we'll be set to go. I mean, I have the lunch boxes all set. Like I have the packaging for the most part all set. I still got to order the poker chips, but those don't take very long to get at all.
Yeah. That's awesome, man. Cool. That's awesome. Well, and we've got a lot of people, we don't just have people who read independent comics. We got a lot of people who don't read independent comics. And so one of the reasons we get excited about bringing guys on is we feel like, even if they don't watch us live, they're going to see it later, but we're introducing a whole bunch of people to independent comics. And I'm looking forward to the idea that there are now stories out there that are just, I don't know. They're good. They're unique. You're not just
like something that's happening right now with comics. It's very interesting. I saw it happen with the music industry about 10 or 15 years ago. There was a program that was developed for Apple. I'm sure everyone knows. It's called Pro Tools.
Yeah,
and it's basically like you can get $1 million studio just on a laptop, and people were able to do just flawless recordings. With pitch correction and everything.
Wow.
Like now that we are we have things like Kickstarter and Indiegogo, and just crowdfunding, pre-ordering, in conjunction with like YouTube and Twitter. Like we actually have the means to kind of go directly to our audience. Like we don't have to go through Marvel or Image or DC anymore. Like we can actually just go right to the consumer. It's actually it's really great, and it's like technology has gotten to the point where we can do premium. I mean, this is a premium action figure right here.
It is, bro.
Like the same machines that made this action figure make Super 7 stuff. Nice. That's no joke.
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's like we've gotten to a point where we can do the same thing that they do.
I love it, man. Well,
That's amazing.
The win behind it too is it just feels like right now the stories are being recycled and sold to people who don't read comic books anymore, and so it's exciting watching these new stories come in and just to get new characters, get new points of view, get entertaining story. Right now, I mean, they got Wolverine running around doing the same thing Blade does. It's literally they're making Wolverine live out Blade's story. It's just pointless, man. And so and the crazy thing is, I don't know. They're just throwing so much stuff out right now.
This massive, in my opinion, on a lot of it's stagnation of creativity. And they're just, it's like, well, these other things worked. These brilliant people came up with these things, and millions of people love them. So let's just use them again for our purposes
and put a skirt on them.
So what's happening right now is there's an epidemic of editors in the business that have no business being editors. Now they're I call them kids. They're like these 25 to 31-year-old kids that got master's degrees in like gender studies or like social studies. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. And they kind of finagled their way as like coffee getters for a couple months, and then before you know it, these people are like editors of like X-Men. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
and so far, like that has happened across the board, and we're seeing it. It's continuing. It's getting worse with like Heather. I don't know if you know who Heather Antos is, but she's one of the Milkshake girls. Yeah. IDW just hired her, and she's an awful editor. Like she is just a moron. Like she doesn't know what she's doing. She like she was so busy while she was at Marvel tweeting about how bad customers were. Yeah. And about social justice stuff. But yet her books were riddled with editorial mistakes. I think she was like editor of Spider-Man at the time.
That's because she is an activist and not an editor, but she's posing as one.
And the thing is, it's not that we want diversity. We just want you to find new characters. That's the win behind indie is
create your own
You
stuff.
Can make your own people and find your own niche. And if it's good enough, more people will get behind it, Yeah. That's what's great about this, man.
Forced diversity never works,
No, that's exactly right.
It's like it has to be organic. It has to go with the evolution of human flow. You can't force people to, that's why comic book sales are declining, because they're making garbage and they're trying to force people to buy this stuff. I mean, they're even trying to guilt them into buying some of this stuff. Like I don't know if you guys saw that competition that DC had where it was like they were going to have two teams face off.
Yeah.
And it was JLQ was one of the teams. So now it's like if you don't vote for that team, it's like you're against like homosexual people. You know what I'm saying? Right. And it's like So it's like they and it's just absurd that DC has no idea what to do. They put up a graph and they go, "You tell us what to do." Like we have no idea what to do. You tell us what to do.
We've tried everything.
It's like they have this graph where it's like it hammers down to two teams fighting each other. It's like a list of all these teams, right? And they're like, "Who do you want to see fight each other?" And it's like you're idiots. Like the customer doesn't, like the customer has to give you an idea what they want, but you have to kind of read them and give them what they need. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And it's like just letting them pick something like that. It's just like I saw that and I'm like, all right, well, DC is clearly out of ideas.
Yeah. Well, they all are. Well, and IDW is worse. I can't imagine. Anyways, I don't want to be negative, but
no, IDW is awful, but they have corporate money, so they can go forever.
Yeah. Well, here's the deal too, and here's the thing. Here's the biggest Here's the biggest problem. Here is the biggest problem.
Right.
They're so desperate to bring in these characters that they have made. They've made up their mind. They've just made up their mind that in order to get these characters there, they skip one of the most important things that make you love a character. They jump past the hero's journey. Mm-hmm. They do it every single time.
Yep.
And it's like at that point, then what happens is there's no investment. It's like, so what that her baby had a vampire and she became the strongest vampire ever. There was no hero's journey in that. Give it, but any character will work under that.
Now there is a way that you can do that, and I talk about that when it comes to Ultrastar, and I use the Incredibles as an example. Like the Incredibles, when it comes to Mr. Incredible, Elastigirl, everyone else, there's an archetype. There's an archetype that people that it's not just comic book people. It's like normal people know the archetype. Yeah. You look at Ultrastar here and you go, that is Superman.
Yeah.
You look at
Right.
General Star, you go, that's Captain America. And then you go, that kind of looks like Batman. That kind of looks like Iron Man. That kind of looks like Wonder Woman. So there's archetypes that is kind of built into our culture now. So we don't have to like spend so much time on doing an origin story over and over and over again. Like what we do in Ultra Star is everyone knows these powers. We just kind of hit the gas and just go.
That's great, man. Yeah.
Absolutely. It's great. Awesome stuff. Yeah,
Well-
we just the bottom line is they need to get back to making great stories that you can immerse yourself in.
No.
Yeah.
They have to keep on doing what they're doing and destroy themselves, and we will benefit from it. Like, see,
I agree.
Like everyone's like, oh, X-Men is so bad now, or Avengers is so bad now. I'm like, that's awesome. I was like, that's great. I'm like, just destroy it all. And then pretty soon, like our kids are gonna look at Batman like Foghorn Leghorn. They're gonna be like, that character is kind of lame. You know what I'm saying?
I say Robin.
Well, because they're gonna have like this crazy type of futuristic, like cyberpunk type of character that'll be the new hero soon. You know what I'm saying? Right. And then and they're gonna look at Batman like Dick Tracy. You know what I'm saying? That's just done. And Warner Brothers is doing that. I mean, Marvel was trying to kind of like save it somewhat. But DC is kind of just given up. Like the only thing that AT&T wanted, like when they bought like Warner Brothers and DC with that, was they want the logos for the for the t-shirts that you buy at Target. They want that Superman logo, they want the Batman logo, they want the Green Lantern logo, especially Wonder Woman t-shirts in the girls sections.
Sure.
That's what they want. They want it for apparel, they want it for towels, they want it for stuff like that. They don't want it for comic books. Comic books are these little brochure things that these executives don't quite understand.
Oh yeah, they've got no idea. It's like the whole everything, all of the intellectual property, these institutions that were built by these brilliant people, they've been hijacked.
Yeah.
Period.
Yeah.
They died off. The people died off, and they just took it, and they have that same ego and pride. Like, look what we have. Well, yeah, you didn't create it. You just picked up someone else's.
Absolutely. I mean, if you look at the guy who is in charge of AT&T or DC right now, he was formerly like one of the heads at Nike and like Red Bull. Wow. He's like, that guy doesn't know squat about comic books. He's about branding. He knows brands. He knows symbols. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Right.
So, I mean, like my prediction is in the next couple of years, someone else is going to be doing DC Comics, like Skybound, or maybe even someone like McFarlane.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Yep.
I think it would be very easy for them to, because they're already making toys with McFarlane. McFarlane makes comic books too. Yeah, I think it'd be very easy just to be like, hey, do you want to make these 6 comic books? Like a very minimum. It'll be like Batman, Justice League, Superman. Yeah. It'll be like 5 simple titles. But I see them totally, and then maybe IDW will get like Plastic Man. It's like they're totally going to split up all the properties around.
Well,
I think you're right.
It's a shame, but I agree with you. It is opening the door for new talent and new writers, new creators to show up and bring in kind of this next wave of comics. So in the long run, man, I like we're winning. We're getting it back. The downside is, I'm a dad. I got 2 kids. The downside for me is it's just getting harder even to enjoy comics with my kids, man. Because like.
You got to go to the old stuff.
Yeah, that's what we do, man. We just hit the old stuff because there's, and then on the new stuff, the hard part with that is I want to back all you guys, but I get 2 comic books a month, if that,
Yeah. Well, that's true. Yeah, I mean, when we do comics, it's like an event. It's not just an experience. It's not just getting a book. Now, I'm trying to do, and I'm sure you guys have noticed this. I'm trying to do as many of these a year that I can. A lot of the comics guys, they just do maybe 1 or 2 a year. I'm trying to do like 4 or 5 this year, and that's because I just want to kind of keep the ball rolling. I have a lot of stuff, to say.
Yeah. Right.
What's up, Billy? How you doing,
Billy?
Yeah. No, I love that, man. So give us the breakdown of what's going on with Ultra Star. I read the Indiegogo on it, man. I like the hype behind it.
Okay, so Ultra Star is about a team called Supernova 5. who are these 5 guys right here. And where we pick up in this story, Ultrastar, who is basically like the leader of the team, he's been missing for about a year. And they're kind of starting to get a little concerned because he's kind of like the de facto leader. He's not the leader necessarily because he's the smartest. I mean, he definitely is the strongest, but he's kind of like more of like a iconic symbol for the team. Now, like each member has to kind of deal with him being gone in a different way. But they're really concerned about him. And what they do is they have to kind of like compensate for him not being around. But they also go and they hire a reporter who specializes in doxing superheroes and their secret identities.
Wow. Okay.
So they're actually not a fan of this reporter guy, but they hire him because they need to find out where Ultrastar is, because they feel like he's on the planet, but they just don't know where.
That's awesome.
So in the meantime, like all the fight scenes that you're seeing right here, this is actually like a flashback to the last time that they saw Ultrastar.
Okay.
Wow. So that's why you see Ultrastar flying around. But yeah, it's pretty fun. And again, like you'll recognize the archetypes in there. Like you know, we don't have to go into detail how Ultrastar gets his powers. Everyone just kind of accepts it. You know.
Yeah.
But each character, needs to find Ultrastar for a different reason. For example, like Radioactive, who's in this story, he had a certain procedure done where he's basically like radioactive, like human beings can't get close to him. So he kind of lives a life of solitude. Him and Ultrastar are best friends because Ultrastar is the only person that can actually like hang out with him.
Yeah. Wow.
So he kind of is wondering where his best friend is. He's been without like someone to hang out with like in a very long time. General Star is kind of like the Captain America Nick Fury of the team. He's like the second in command. He's worried about where Ultrastar is because he's looking at it from like a military point of view. He's like, where is our powerhouse? Like we need our powerhouse. And then Ultra Girl is kind of like my nod to like Legion of Superheroes. She's actually an ancestor of Ultrastar, but she's from like 1,000 years in the future. Kind of like almost like Booster Gold. So
she's a descendant.
She's like a future. Ultrastar is a descendant of her.
Yeah, because she's from the future.
Yeah, she's
in the past currently from the future.
Oh yeah. Okay.
You're like, that is a descendant?
Yeah, well, yeah, they're related.
No, I'm confused. I'm sorry.
She's an ancestor if she's.
He's an ancestor.
Hold on a second. I think my wife is calling me. Hold on a second.
No, she would be as. I'm trying to figure this out. I may not be hearing it right.
All right,
if she would be a descendant, if she's from 1,000 years in the future, and we are and Ultrastar's right here, she came back in time, so he came before her.
It's very similar.
He's
here's the future here. She came back.
He's the descendant, isn't he?
No, she would be an ancestor.
Oh yeah. She's the ancestor.
Well, she would be an ancestor.
If
he's a descendant. If she was a descendant. Yeah.
Anyways.
Okay. No, we're gonna figure this out. We're not leaving here until this is answered.
she's worried where her relative has gone off to, and because it means a lot to what happens to her in the future. Then the Spade, he's actually the only person on the team who actually knows who Ultrastar is.
Oh, that's a good identity. Well, what about that girl looking for him? She knows who he is, right?
Well, Ultrastar? Well, she knows who Ultrastar is, but she doesn't know who. I mean, she knows who he is as an ancestor, but she doesn't know like his origins.
Okay, got you. Okay,
it's kind of part of the reason why she's back in this time.
Right.
But so the Spade is the only one who actually knows who he is, and he's kind of in hiding because he's kind of like our shadow Batman type character.
Cool.
There is a spoiler alert. The red Spade is Johnny Phantasm.
No way.
So it's kind of like, but it's like him as like he's like the Dark Knight. He's like old, here.
Wow.
And the reason why I don't mind. The reason why I don't mind giving that away is because I think it's about the voyage, not just the journey. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Or not the destination. So it's like so now you see where Johnny ends up. Now what we're gonna do when Evan and I go back, we're gonna explain how he goes from being like a hitman Joker guy to like a member of like a Justice League team.
That is cool. I like it.
I love it.
I love
it, bro.
Okay, now are you the sole writer on this?
Yep. It's all me. This is all me. Kenneth Rocafort did the cover, which I appreciate.
That looked great.
Yeah,
That's excellent.
And I'm probably going to be having some people help me with some art duties on the way. But for I'm writing and plotting the whole thing myself. I actually, well, like maybe there was some credit that's due here. I actually came up with this character in Joe Kubert's class with Joe Kubert. I was actually working on a Shazam story for his class, and I was frustrated with my pages. And I was unhappy with the character that that I picked at the time to do the project. And, I was talking about it, and I was just like, I was like, I'm not really happy with this. Shazam's got, or Captain Marvel's got some flaws, blah, blah, blah. And he is like, just make up, he calls everyone kiddo. He was like, just make up your own character, kiddo.
There you
go. So like Joe actually kind of helped me flesh out Ultrastar. And then a year later is when I did the first mini comic that I sold at MegaCon. And then I worked on it a little bit back in the day, like in the early 2000s. And then I kind of got involved with freelance art stuff and then Johnny Phantasm. But now we're back to Ultrastar again. So, I mean, Ultrastar has actually been around since like 2004.
That is an awesome story. So I love that.
So are you kind of building your own world where you're going to have all these characters be able to interact? You have more
yeah. I mean, I guess so. I mean, I don't like going like I'm making my own universe. It's like I don't necessarily like saying that, but I mean, I am in a sense that these stories have something to do with each other. Like in this story, obviously there's reference to Johnny because he's in the story, but there's going to be references to some of the things that happened in New Detroit, during the 1985 and 1977, and stuff that we haven't even seen yet. So we're going to be referencing stuff that happens here. That's going to be happening in like Johnny Phantasm 93 and Johnny Phantasm 2001. So it's going to be cool. a lot of cool little Easter eggs.
Yeah, very nice.
No, that's cool.
Nice. Love it.
That's cool.
Love it.
I love it, man. This is epic,
bro.
Yeah.
Looking forward to it.
We're gonna back it, and then we'll do a review when we finally get our books too, man. Because this is sweet.
And this is live. So, this is live right now, correct?
Yep. It's been up for exactly a week right now.
Okay, been up for a week. Okay, guys, jump on it.
Yeah. Please do. Yeah. And there's a lot of good tiers here. There's a tier where you just get the book. Then there's a tier where you get the trading cards and the postcards and some a sticker. And then the big perk is you get Kenneth's cover, you get my cover, which I haven't shown yet. You get the two Ash Can stories, and then you get the cards, the postcards, and the big sticker. So there's three basic tiers. And there's a little bit for everyone. Those pages you can actually, if you want. So I'm only selling 10 of these pages from the book. You can add these on the way out if you're interested.
Excellent. This is the original pencil and ink.
Yep. Yeah. So I mean, I'm going to be doing more of these, but I kind of wanted to hold on to some of my pages with the Johnny book. I actually ended up selling a lot of my pages. And I don't regret it because I'm happy that people have them, but now I don't have many Johnny pages.
Yeah.
So what I'm only going to give away 10 of these. I'm going to hold on to some of them for a little while. I'll probably sell them down the road, but I'm going to hoard them a little bit.
I think that's a good idea.
So you're not going to go straight Kenneth Rocafort and hold on to everything and not give up anything is what you're saying.
No, well, although he's the one that kind of inspired me to do it a little bit.
Yeah, that's hilarious. Hey, I was digging it, man. That's cool. So what's it like working with him? Is it hard to work with another artist?
So, what's that?
Is it hard to work with another artist when you got your own visions and stuff?
Like when he did the cover, I 100%. I just said to him, I said, "You do whatever you want to do." I was like, I don't care what you do.
Yeah.
We talked a little bit just about the idea. But yeah, so what happened was when I went to a school called Ringling, I did a like Ultrastar as my thesis there. I did a graphic novel. I actually gave a copy of the graphic novel to Kenneth, and he liked it so much. He was like, if you ever do this again, like I want to do the cover.
That's cool.
And what happened 2 years ago, this is right about the time that I was starting to jam on Johnny, but I was still talking with the mainstream a little bit. I just did some stuff for IDW. Well, IDW wanted to
cracking on IDW. That's right, because you did like Turtles.
Yeah, Turtles. Yeah, IDW wanted to publish Ultrastar. So what happened was I actually drew 32 pages of Ultrastar before I even started doing Johnny Phantasm.
Wow.
Just pencils, no inks, just pencils. And then I got caught up with Johnny and CG and just doing all that stuff, and all that was really great. But as some of you may know this, I'm a college instructor. I've been a college instructor for about 11 years. And last semester was my last semester. I quit doing it because I wanted to focus on this, but I needed some more income. And I was talking to Mad Dog one night, and I was like, dude, I had this whole page, this whole book that I drew. I'm like, all we have to do is like ink it and color it, and it's good to go. And I was like, I made a decision. I was like, I'm gonna put an Ultrastar. I let Kenneth know. He was like, I'll do the cover. And he sent me one little thumbnail, and it was like the only thing that changed was Ultrastar was originally standing in the palm of a giant robot that was crushed. And then instead of that, he kind of made him this floating above some rubble of a robot's chest. So, I mean, like for the most part, I just said, hey, you do what you want. And what's funny about this collaborating was I actually took his cover and sampled a lot of his colors when I was coloring the pages. So I actually used his palette to kind of
that's awesome.
Color some of the pages. So yeah, I mean, I love collaborating with people. I mean, Evan and I do a great job at it.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
Well, let me ask you this, it kind of just as a wrap-up question, because I think this is kind of interesting. And I mean, what is it? What was the step that just got you that point where you're like, I'm willing to take the risk on myself, because there's got to be a lot of security in staying with the mainstream, comic book company, right? I mean, what was that thing that just was a kickoff for you? Were like, look, I'm gonna take the investment and put risk on myself and see what happens.
So it was like when I got out of school, I started doing work for Wizards of the Coast and the New York Times and doing like concert posters. I didn't do comic books right away. I was trying to, but I wasn't like busting my chops trying to get into the biz.
Yeah.
My first professional work was I was doing covers for Mega Man, and also Sonic the Hedgehog.
Yeah. So
that was my introduction with working with editors. All right. Now, bear with me here. These editors were like 10 years younger than I was. Okay. so I mean, and that's okay. If you know what you're talking about. So I was dealing with those guys, and those guys were kind of okay. Some of them were kind of flaky. But then when I went over and worked over at IDW on the Ninja Turtles gig, it was like they were complete idiots. Like they were like so the dude, I'll throw him under the bus, Bobby Conroy, who was the editor that I worked with on the Ninja Turtles stuff. Out of the 16 versions of the cover that of the cover that I did, he sent the first version to the print by accident. It's like, and it's weird because Nickelodeon, because I was working for the animated series comic, so they had to look on model. They had to look a very specific way. So I was working with Nickelodeon very closely to get these turtles to look just right. Yeah. So by the time the 16th version rolled around, they looked different, And then also, what's funny is just because the way I was drawing it fast, but I forgot to put that like Raphael was holding his side like this, and when you hold your side like this, the handle was right here. Yeah. Well, I forgot to draw on the handle, so it's like he's holding just the top of it. But I fixed it. But I fixed it by the time the 16th version came around. Anyway, he sent my old version, which was a JPEG, to print.
Wow.
And the kicker was, I didn't even know that all this happened. It was already being sold in stores, and I hadn't got paid for it. Wow. So it was like I totally just blew up on the dude, and I was just like, you are an editor. Your one job is to make sure that these books are okay as they go in the door. Like, how do you fuck this up? Yeah. And he was just like, oh yeah, like sorry. He just like, and then like he avoided me at conventions after that. But yeah, his name is Bobby Conroy, and he's just a fucking moron. Yeah. And then that's when I started to figure this out, because I was running into some weird issues with some people over at Archie and then DC later on, and I started to figure out that these editors are kind of like they're hired out of college, and they're hired for the wrong reasons, and they don't know what they're talking about.
Right.
And they have no experience. I mean, back when you were an editor in Stanley days or the Jim Shooter days, you started off like cleaning toilets and then getting coffee and then working with copy, and then you were like an assistant to an assistant editor. Then it was like there was a line that you had to go through. People are getting right out of college with master's degrees in gender studies, and they're like editor in chief at Valiant Comics. Like, I don't know how that happens. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Right.
And it's like, and they're the ones that are killing the industry. So it's like
there's a consequence for that.
So in your opinion, then you're not taking a risk. You're jumping ship before it goes down.
Yeah. It's like I'm at the dock and I'm about to get in the Titanic, and I just said, I'm not gonna go.
Yeah.
I'm gonna go in this. I'm gonna go on this smaller boat that's safer.
And then when this Ninja Turtles cover mess up, that's where the variant market started, right? They're like, here's what we're going to call this.
well, I just think I think eventually what's going to happen is the indies are going to be kind of equal to the mainstream in a certain way, in a certain type of way. Like, obviously, like, we're not going to have Disney or Time Warner, but I think as far as putting out content, I think people will look at us as this dual what's it called, businesses or dual, what the heck's the word I'm thinking of? Dual
we don't know.
Yeah, someone has got to help me out here.
It's like when they're symbiotic.
Come on,
they're symbiotic with each other. They support one another.
Well, just dual. Oh my God, what's going on in my brain right now? Someone help me. Throw me a lifeline. Can I get
somebody? Give him the word he's looking for. There'll be some sort of partnership, or I don't know, man.
Yeah, just dual businesses or dual what's it called? Not a franchise, a step. No, yeah, I know. I was a college professor. Just it's like we'll be doing our thing, mainstream will be doing their thing, and that's just the way it's going to be, you know.
Right.
And I think there'll be some cross pollination, and that'll be fine. Yeah, I mean, I think comics as we know it is kind of done. Complimentary, no. competing, like we're gonna be competing like business, like businesses. You know what I'm saying? It's like we're gonna be competing with the mainstream, basically.
Yeah. Okay. So do you think at some point we're gonna start seeing? I mean, is indies always gonna be then? Is indies always gonna be then the online market?
Competing market, really.
Yeah.
It's going to be like.
No, he's saying we'll be competing.
Okay.
Yeah, it'll be competing market. It'll be like UFC and like WWE. Like, one is real, one is fake. You know, but same audience. You know.
Yeah. That's
cool.
Awesome, bro.
Very nice.
Yeah, I love it, man.
You asked me a question, and I just missed it. But,
I was just asking. I mean, do you think that the indie market's always going to be an online thing? Is it always going to have to be backed, or do you think at some point you guys are going to hit the place where you're in?
I think online is just the way of the future, especially with this whole COVID thing. It's like, the online is the future. I mean, people buy toys, clothes, electronics, everything is online now. So, so like that was a big boost in our help. It didn't help out Diamond at all, No,
but got rid of Diamond.
Diamond was already kind of just a mess already.
Monopoly needed to go down.
Yeah. Well, and they weren't even trying to be a monopoly. Like, they were a monopoly, like, by default. It's like they were a monopoly basically because no one else wanted to do a job like that.
Mm-hmm.
And they just became the only distributors, and then they were able to take advantage of it. But
jack up their percentage, their cut.
And I think I disagree with Danger right now, by the way. I don't think they're dying. I think the ones that are dependent on selling modern comics are dying. But there's a huge, and this is one thing that indie comics, I do it
You're
every
doing
time,
the commies
man.
again.
I secretly am apparently a communist, and I don't know it. I'm going to go to therapy about it.
Did you middle name Marx?
Yeah. I just think I think this. I think the collectors are going to be the collectors forever. Guys like me, I've got 2 boxes of back issues of stuff that I love. And we're going to go to OFCON, and it's all back issues.
The stores that diversify, and they have all the little niches and anything that you might want, and people know them for that. Cards, figures, games, all those other things. Yeah, better dead than red.
Yeah.
Yeah. There you go.
Yeah.
So anyway, I think if you have a comic shop where people will go to get anything they might want in this media entertainment biz and the comic world, they'll be packed because they'll feed off one another on that. It'll grow, and you got to have the old books until we have new books that are as good as the old books used to be.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I mean, like that's something that John Malin always says. He's like, he talks about comics. He's like, we can't be better, or we can't be as good as mainstream. Like, we have to be better.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
Like we have to show them up. Like we can't make fun of them and then do crappy books. Like we have to make fun of them and then destroy them.
Well, and again, I'm telling you, part of the thing that would help is to I'm telling you, getting the collectors to be a part of this market would help you guys a lot, because we're buying a lot of our comic books based on flipping comics, based on, and there's guys out there that they just want to collect. They want the art, they want the pieces behind it. I know it's easy to bag on these guys, but I'm do both. I read and I collect.
Well, I think both. So I mean, like, Comicsgate has only been around for maybe 2 or 3 years now.
Yeah.
I think in 5, 6, 10 years, like, you'll see like a Cyberfrog #1 book in a store for like $100. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Like it needs to take time for some of the stuff to kind of work into circulation, but pretty soon, like, you're gonna see like a lot of these collectibles.
Right. Sorry, guys, we had something popped up. We're gonna block this guy.
I don't know.
What do you say? It looked interesting.
Something about raping women. It was ridiculous. Yeah. Yeah. Ridiculous.
Oh, he's on. What a loser. Okay. Yeah. So he's on the different streams.
Okay.
So yeah. Well, that just threw me off. So
yeah.
That's all I'm saying, man. I just think in the long run, I just think there's some great places to go. I agree with you, man. I think one of the things that's cool, it stinks sometimes with the not going into demand. I think in the long run, it will bring in collectors for you guys, because there will be less. How do I knock a guy off a comment here?
You can block him somehow. We'll do it. We'll get it.
Because if I hit the button, I'm going to actually
he's still after it. Anyway, we don't need to. He's trying to derail everything. So, whoever he is, he's one of them.
Well, I mean, so it's like some people will leave in demand up for like a year, you know what I'm saying? And some people will do in demand for a month or so. That how I do it, I mean, it's like with this whole thing, like, everyone is still trying to learn how to do their own campaigns, and everyone's going to be different. And I think that's one of the things that's going to keep people interested, is everyone does things a little bit different, like someone will end at this time, someone will keep, like, Ethan keeps the stuff open all the time. John Manlin closes it late, or not late, but he closes it early. I'm kind of in the middle. So I mean, it's like that's what's kind of fun about this. It's like and then some people do like the 24-hour variants as well. That's kind of an exciting thing to do.
Yeah.
I think that's a great idea.
I think So now I'm excited for you guys, man. I'm excited about the new. Let me pull this up one more time, because I think everyone needs to get on. If you're watching, you're just getting into indie comics. Here's the thing: indie comics. If you're just getting into it, here's what I would say: find the guys that are trusted. And bro, everything you've put out so far, and I know this sounds. I'm just gonna suck up to you. It's been solid, bro. You've been solid. I don't worry about backing something you're gonna do. I know I'm gonna enjoy it. You're writing great story. You're working with great people, man. And the quality's been there every time. So
agreed.
So just keep doing what you're doing. If you're looking to get in, go with what's going on now. You know what I mean? I don't know what I'm trying to say there. So
Ultrastar.
Go with Ultrastar. Yes.
Right. Back Ultrastar.
Yeah, come on. He's on Indiegogo right now. I put the link inside of our description so you can get on there. And I'm trying to get to that point. That the crazy commenter on Twitch is killing me right now. I gotta do some more learning.
It's not showing up on the chat at all. I don't know if you guys see
that. Yeah, it's not showing up on the YouTube, so that's all that matters. On the YouTubes, we're doing fine. So yeah, jump on Indiegogo, guys. Especially, or if you're on Facebook, you're just getting into indie. This is a safe bet. You're gonna enjoy this, and I mean, I haven't read it yet, but I know if you're going to go the same path you've gone with Johnny, man, and just the way you've been writing it and the art and stuff, it's going to be good. So we just look forward to it, brother.
Absolutely.
Thank you. I look forward to doing it.
All right, man. Well,
excellent.
We're going to let you get about your night, man.
All
Let
right.
you get on before you get spit on.
Thanks for having me so much. I appreciate it.
Yeah,
Absolutely.
no, thanks for hanging out with us, man.
This was great.
And like I said, the links are in our description. So if you want to back this, get on. Don't miss out on these things. Once they go into in demand, once they're out, they're not going into demand. So if you don't get it while it's on, you're gonna have to wait till the next comic comes out. So
yeah, and I was gonna say, Patrick, hopefully sometime this year we can cross paths, at a con.
Yeah, I'm trying to get something going with MegaCon right now.
Right. Yeah. So that maybe something we can do. Yeah. Did we meet the first time in Denver?
Yeah, Denver. That's right. Yeah, at the Caliber.
In 19. Yeah.
At the Caliber booth.
Yeah. Exactly. Right. That's right.
All right. Well,
Okay,
we're gonna knock you off the stream here for a second. We're gonna say goodbye to everyone. And man, we look forward to. Would you pop back on when it gets closer to wrapping up with us and just kind of let us know how it's going?
Yeah, just whenever. Just let me know.
All right, bro. Well, thanks so much, man. You have a great night.
Thanks a lot.
Bye.
All right. Well, that was fun, man.
Yes.
That was fun. We tried something new and already regret it. I'm going to do some learnings before we go down the next path. But, dude, what a fun night tonight. And
our level of professionalism is going to go right through the roof.
Listen,
rising.
Dude, every week we're figuring out more. We're learning more. We're falling in love with new viewers, new followers, And we're starting to like you guys a little more than friends now.
That's right.
We might invite you over to Thanksgiving next year. Who knows?
FRIEND special. You are my friend.
So, my friends, James,
yes.
Give them some final things if they want to follow the Bobcat.
Bobcat.net. And I twisted my nephew's ear a little bit. That's metaphorically, guys. Metaphorically.
No, he actually twisted it.
Anyway, I think we have the Bobcat Mercantile back up. I told him that, we had issue 5 in our hands, even though it's the double cover one. But he had some things kind of, under repair or whatever at the time. And I think everything is up where you can buy anything that we have listed on the site, the bobcat.net and the Bobcat Mercantile. And you can go back and buy back issues, T-shirts, trading cards, decals, all kinds of things. And we're going to expand. I've got some other things in my hand that we don't have on the page yet, and we'll get them there. So, and then, as far as campaigns go, right now I'm sticking to my guns that I'm going to spend the next several months getting number 6 done.
Come on. It's going to get done.
And then I'll say, hey guys, basically everything except some of the bonus material or whatever, it's finished. And so we'll do this campaign, everybody, for a month. And by the time we get done, it's going straight to the printer and you won't have to wait. You'll get your book. And that's what I want, you know? And so, because none of the, I don't have these campaigns that bring in massive amounts of money. So I'm not relying on it to get it done. It helps, certainly, but based on what it costs to produce it versus what comes in on these crowdfunding deals from Kickstarter primarily, and now in Indiegogo. This was my first one this last time.
Sweet.
But we're just going to get it done. And then when we get through, we'll see how much we can recoup from the initial investment, because the money's not going to stop us from getting it done.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say in a very long way, all the way around the barn. So
I love it. I love it. He went all the way around the barn, folks.
All the way around the barn to tell you to open the front door. It's what I done did.
Hey, guess what? I'm working on some nerd swag.
There you go.
My nerd swag TV swag that I'll be showing here pretty soon. I've got a couple cool ideas that we're going to be doing. So we'll be launching some nerd swag. One of them might be iHeart NA.
Ooh,
just saying.
And George will be the first to get that, I think.
And then I can't wait to see the other project I'm working on that I'm going to show you. It's going to be some original nerd pastor art.
Yes. Yes.
that is going to be epic for everyone.
Yeah, it's a remark. And
no remarks. I have an idea. I'm not going to give it away, but hopefully by next week I'll have it done. So I stayed up last night and pulled a late night, which is why my eyes are all bloodshot. I promise.
Oh, yeah.
They always accuse me. I've always been told I have stoner eyes. Okay, and so I get it a lot. People are like, "Hey, Pastor Phoenix off this." I don't do drugs.
You don't have stoner eyes.
I don't do drugs.
Your eyes,
They're kind of squinty.
I have. Yeah.
Look at this. They're kind of squinty.
No, your eyes are not squinty. Mine are
and then when they
squinty.
freak out, they do this.
I've got I've got this Clint Eastwood thing going, the squinty. I mean, all the time now. I'm like noticing. I'm like, what? I'm not doing it on purpose.
All right, so we're
Hey,
gonna wrap this up.
punk.
Hey,
You feel
we're
lucky?
on Twitter, y'all. We're on Twitter. We had to put a 1 behind it, so it's My Nerd Swag TV 1, the number 1. So follow us on there. We will say no to drugs. George, you missed it. I was gonna show you and you and Leroy your comic, but you didn't hop on soon enough. So we'll.
Well, no, we're just kidding, George. Check it out. You may have seen this already. Surely you guys have seen those updates I sent out. But the book is here. The book is beautiful, but this first round has double cover, not double external cover. It has the 100-pound stock, board
Awesome.
cover, and then the 70-pound interior paper.
No, we don't
cover.
care. We don't care.
So it's
You went
68
on, you don't
pages
get it.
instead of
Listen.
64. And if you want the one with the double cover, 68 pages instead of 64, it's here and ready to go, and you can have it. But otherwise, they're reprinting, and hopefully they're going to get that done this next week. Crossing my fingers is what I'm trying to do here. And anyway, we'll see how quickly we can get it. But if I remember right, George, you're going to have to wait anyway until I get some books to my my artist. Now, my artist has a box full of these double covers too. So just let me know if you want a double cover. I will get a hold of Jim, and I'll have him sign some double covers and then send them to me. Because he's got a whole box of 100.
And I say George should just get tough love, but apparently James here is a big softie. So there it is. There it is. So
yeah,
I expect my comics to be perfect.
There you go. So you didn't want double covers. Yeah. I had a guy from Texas that's been a supporter all along. And when I put the update out there and I said, hey, if you want it, it's here. He was like, dude, I want that. That's the one I prefer.
Yeah.
So I sent it out that day. Bang. And he didn't need a signature. So he got his, hopefully he'll have it, maybe Tuesday or something. So anyway, yeah. We're just waiting to get the other copy in our hands, guys. We're going to get them out. The second I have all that stuff, the first round of books is going to go out. The ones that don't have double covers, immediately I'm going to start getting them out the door. They're going to move. And then as soon as I get them back from Jim, what was that noise? Was that the air coming on?
AC just
It's
came
like
on. All the hot air coming up
It sounded
right now.
like Dr. Shock's lab there. It's anyway, so when I get the signed ones in my hand, they'll be out, and I'll say it again. We're going to have extra bling in there. I know some of you have certain things that were coming anyway. You have some add-ons, but we're going to have you're going to get your add-ons and everything else, and then extra.
Maybe.
And it's not like $1 million worth of stuff, but it's cool.
Yeah.
It seriously is good stuff. You'll love it.
Yeah.
And that's just a way to say thank you for being so patient and waiting all this time.
Y'all should have. I should have videoed what happened when he opened the box and saw the double cover, because that was worthwhile. So, what happened on Twitch? Some dude put some comments, and I didn't read quick enough and put it up.
Yeah, it's
So,
the first
no
time that's
biggie,
happened where
no
we had
biggie.
some guy
All right.
being a total idiot.
It's been an
Yeah.
hour. We understand. Is The Walking Dead on tonight or something? There's shows on.
no,
Y'all got
well,
stuff to do.
I
Fear
don't
the
know if they
Walking
already-
Dead. I don't know.
Was last week's the one?
I don't watch anything. I try to watch.
I don't know if it's on tonight
Oh.
because I think they're going to hit another stall out until later on and then finish it out, something like that.
Okay. So yeah, we don't. Yeah, it's just trolls. It's no big deal. It's part of it. You can't listen. Never mind. I'm gonna leave it alone. We love you guys.
We love you guys.
We're gonna
Love
wrap
ya.
this up tonight. Like I said, we're gonna be introducing some My Nerd Swag TV swag here pretty soon. It'll be hilarious. It'll be great. I'm excited. Or maybe it'll stink. Who knows? Who knows? Maybe because I'm making it, it'll be like my comic book choices. But in that, it'll still be wonderful because it's me,
That's right.
And I do have another 30 pounds of comic books coming in. And you did
30 pounds of Goodwill comics.
I think so.
Oh,
I
boy.
think I won another auction. I need to
Wow.
quit because right now I have. Anyways, but we'll see y'all later. We'll see y'all later.
Yeah. And we're going to do also, guys, we've got the JT's
No worries.
collectibles. coming up again, and we're going to do it next week. We're going to let this week go because we're building some promotional material together and all this. We're hopefully, and we're going to have another auction.
That's our auction site.
JT's Collectibles.
We're going to start. It's on Facebook, and so we'll
kind of be looking for that. Look it up on Facebook, JT's Collectibles. Follow if you're not, please, and then you'll get notifications of when we're going to run the next one.
Wait,
did you finish bagging and boarding the other stuff? He's looking.
I gotta show him this.
What is it?
This is the first round right here. Oh, okay. This is all bagged and boarded. All bagged and boarded right here. All the garage stuff. This came out of someone's garage, and this is good stuff. This is good stuff, y'all. Y'all missed this at the beginning, but it's good stuff.
And Terry made a count as he was going through all these books, and he found 235 exoskeletons of
mud daubers and spiders
and fiddlebacks, brown recluses.
I screamed a lot. I cried a little. Anyway, so yeah, this is all I did all week. I didn't go get comics anywhere. I've spent all week bagging and boarding. I didn't get to the 90s image stuff is the only thing I haven't got to. I don't know, man. I just don't care about the 90s image stuff, man. It's a bunch of number ones and stuff, but I'll get to them. They're pretty decently bagged and boarded.
Yeah.
So it's fine.
The first, everybody correct me, the first big book that everybody wanted to get from Image was Walking Dead. And that wasn't in the 90s.
No.
By the way, in the 90s, Caliber's own Dead World was the zombie book. Boy Commandos,
Just
Simon
fun.
Kirby,
Just
40
fun
stuff.
Just fun stuff, man. It's been good. I got
Uncle
a bunch
Sam,
of these, y'all.
Uncle Sam Youth.
These Red Sonias, man. Oh, see? Yeah, don't waste bags and boards. I won't. They're already bagged and boarded. They're fine. And honestly, it's one of those things. It's like, I don't care. I don't care. So I dug through them. There is a weird Atlas comics. And I may bring those up next time and show you all this because they have what I think is the worst drawn character ever who cracks me up. And so I'll bring that next week. So anywho,
you know why it looks bad? Because Atlas shrugged.
He's like, I don't care.
Yeah, boom, boom, ding. We got 1 million of them. Yeah.
All right, y'all. We're heading off for the night, but we love you more than friends.
Thanks for hanging out with us, guys.
Yeah.
We truly appreciate it.
Yeah.
We're always watching to see when you jump on, and it means the world to us.
Yeah. All right. We'll see y'all later.
All right. Talk to you soon.
Bye.